This is what the two models do produce. Model A produces that visual. Model B produces that visual. And the difference is significant cost. The difference is, and when I say the traditional model of why are we relying on the customer to be able to be unbelievable property experts and diagnose 7 things that are wrong with my house, plus the size and width of the tree, because that's important, because it's a type of arbitrist you need to get out there. Whether the tree came from the next door neighbour's yard, because that's important, because there's a policy implication. Why are we relying on a non-technical customer and also a non-technical claims administrator, either at the insurer level or the broker level, to relay that type of information? Because unfortunately, in the traditional process, in the first 72 hours, you get this. But the opportunity is to have a look at a model that actually can create that. And from a customer perspective, I would rather be, I will actually ask the question, if you're a customer in either one of these houses in the first 72 hours, I mean, what's the scenario for you? Because scenario A says, tree impact to my house. Okay, well, the person says, well, there's a tree impact and it's to the house. Well, I've got to cut the tree out. I've got to cut the tree down. So the insurer sends the arbitrist out. Arbitrist turns up and the customer says, well, what about the electricity? Well, no one told me about electricity. So the customer gets on the phone to the insurer and says, hey, listen, no one's coming out here with the electricity. Sorry, I forgot to tell you that. So the insurer sends out as emergency make safe the electrician. The electrician turns up and the customer says, what about my fence? Now you're getting a little bit of frustration from the customer. The customer's saying, don't worry, I'll call the broker, or who will call the insurer, who will call the assessor, and the assessor will organise someone to do the fence. Fence guy turns up. Now remember, why is the policyholder asking these different trades who are turning up what's next in the process? Because guess what? No one's spoken to them about what's next in the process, so they're completely uninformed, but they need things done for their property. And this is these actual examples are existing today, not just in your world up here in Darwin, but it's all over the country. Medical triage, its concept, has a significant application across every type of first notification of loss. Every type of first notification of loss. I'm going to show you a concept called see what the customer sees in a second that takes that to a new level. But let me pause there. I mean, there's a lot of logic that I say there's a lot of logic that sits behind that, but is there a lot of logic for you guys that sits behind that if I was customer A or customer B? Getting that information captured in 24 hours or getting that information captured in 24 hours? Have we got brokers in the room? Any brokers in the room? Yep. I mean, you guys must be incredibly frustrated. You sit right in the middle of the policyholder and the insurer. But also the insurers must be incredibly frustrated too. And there's a cost of administration here. There's a cost of how many times we're touching that customer. And God forbid we don't do the good job, we actually end up losing that customer, which is a cost to both the insurer and the broker.